They put her in the kitchen from what it sounds like. I haven't talked to her about it yet, but...
We are getting ready to leave the shelter. Do our Mount Greylock day this lovely morning. Great to see you, Ragnar. And what's your name?
Shamrock.
Shamrock. Best of luck, Sobo. Going southbound.
Well, it's okay. You're just going to turn around and come with us.
Yeah. Well, leaving the shelter in the morning. Here we are. Back at the intersection.
How about one last selfie?
All right.
Stay so long.
Enjoy a Sobo journey. We had Nobo. Greylock, here we come. Good morning, White Blaze. Good morning. We are Stick the Eagle, and welcome to the Appalachian Trail. We are on day 6 of our Massachusetts section hike here in Massachusetts. And today, we are heading north from Mark Noble Shelter to the summit of Greylock and down the other side, heading north. It's a beautiful day. We saw Ragnar and Shamrock at the shelter, 2 Sobos, and it was really cool seeing Ragnar because of our Smoky Mountains journey the last year on our Nobo journey. So that was great seeing him again and meeting Shamrock. Sobos do know each other, and even though those two had not seen each other since New Hampshire, they had seen each other and they knew of each other, and somehow were right behind each other in Vermont without seeing each other. But then they reunited at the shelter last night, and that was cool to see too. And Ragnar was talking about time. It's like if he hadn't stopped because we had realized he was in Greylock and wanted to see each other at the shelter quickly, he ended up spending the night. But if he hadn't stopped, then he would have still been right ahead of Shamrock without knowing, which is cool. It's cool seeing Sobos link up together too, because I was kind of afraid that Sobo would be kind of a lonely journey and wouldn't know people, and that's not the case. I've seen 2 Sobo families, so to speak, along the way. So anyway, it's a great night, great last night in the shelter areas, having a lot of shelter talk and really having the AT community to celebrate there. So for now, let's keep on heading up the hill northbound. Last time I summited Greylock, we stayed on Greylock, and then we left at like 6 in the morning, which is one of the earliest starts at that point, because sunrise was before 6. We watched the sunrise, didn't want to pay for breakfast there, so we ended up starting early. Got down early, got into Vermont in the morning still, and kept on hiking for a while into Vermont. Another big day into Vermont. We were stringing together the 20s at this point in our hike. This morning it's a little bit warmer. It's 54 degrees this morning, unlike the 40s it has been in the past couple days. So nice mild morning to start the day. So Ragnar was planning on going down to Father Tom campsite yesterday, but he ended up staying with us because it's like people and fire. The group that we were with yesterday made a little bit of a fire, and he's like, it's great to hang out with people again. So Sobo, I guess, does get a little lonely sometimes when you don't see people for a while and you're just going. But then we were talking, and it's like, yeah, let's hang out with people, and that's the beauty of your own hike, that you can just do whatever you want to do. You can go fast, you can night hike, or you can just hang out with people, and you find people in a particular evening. And I'm so glad that we got to be a part of that. This is the Jones Nose Trail here. I've already gone 0.6 since the shelter. Here we go. Greylock Summit 2.6. How lovely. So Ragnar is telling me how he doesn't carry a stove. He just brings snacks on trail. Things like nuts and Cliff Bars and Slim Jims and energy bars like that. Just eat a lot of snacks, no dinners, no dehydrated meals, nothing like that. And then go into town and gorge and eat a lot. I don't think that would work for me, because when I gorge and eat a lot, I am weighed down and then don't want to go up the hill. I mean, I understand you carry less food weight like that, but different way of doing things, and works for some people. I don't know. Interesting. Talk about carrying less food, right? And now it's time to stop talking and just start walking and listening as we hear the wind and getting into the fur level here. Let me say another word about elevation. In the morning, Scorch likes to look and study the elevation profile so that she knows exactly which hills to start dreading. But when you don't look at the elevation profile, you just walk. The trail goes up, you go up. The trail goes down, you go down. And you don't think about it. And you don't think about how big the climbs are either. You just walk it until, hey, you're at the top. Look at that. I think I start walking faster when I'm not thinking about or dreading about whatever is ahead of me. And I just find it when I get there and then be in awe over it. And enjoy the present a lot more rather than thinking about what we can't control, whatever the trail does. And we control what we can about the future, but not what you can't. That also goes in life too. Like, you ever start dreading something about the future and you're just worrying about what might happen or what's about to happen? Well, sometimes it's not worth worrying because it might not happen. You worry about what could go wrong, but it's taken away from you enjoying the present moment, the present space you're in. Like, think about what can you do with the time you have right now in the present. Can you read a book, watch a movie, call a friend or a family member or something? What could you do right now that's going to be meaningful right now in the present, rather than worrying about what might happen? That's not worth the energy, in my opinion. Or worrying about some things you can't control. Maybe, yes, you will have to make that drive to wherever, I don't know. If you're dreading an 8-hour drive that you're going to have to do sometime in the future. Or you cannot dread that moment. You just trust that you'll just get through that moment and think about the present. Because it's beautiful right here and right now. So y'all, we'll be out backpacking again. It'll be a bit, but we'll be out backpacking again. We're going to spend the fall and winter months earning some income, making some money to save up, buy the food that I need, and make sure the gear that I have is just perfect. I have most of it, but not all of it. So I'm just going to shore that up and put some more savings away and hope for maybe 26 Sobo. So I see how much fun the Sobos this year are having. We'll be out here again. Hang with me, stay subscribed, I hope, and we'll be back. I'll be probably having a few different lives, maybe with some reflections for y'all. We'll see what we set up, but for now, backpacking may be done, but it's been great backpacking again this Massachusetts section. I'm so thankful that Scorch invited me out here to give me an excuse to backpack, since in the Whites I hadn't really been backpacking much. I was mainly just doing day hiking there, so it's been great to be backpacking heading north in the AT. Hi Blaze! I love the 3,000 foot level. The moss and the firs always smell so nice. I so wish I had my camera out for some of this. Like, there was a deer just standing right there. I turned the corner and it bounded into the woods, so I missed it. But wow, that was amazing. The deer here are photo shy. You want deer that are not photo shy, just go to Shenandoah National Park and walk long enough on the Appalachian Trail, and you'll get great photos and videos of deer like I did last year. Here is Greylock Road right here. Didn't know I was coming upon that so soon. That's so cool. Mount Greylock Summit. Only a mile now. Hey, by the way, happy December 1st and happy Labor Day. Labor Day is the earliest it could possibly be today. First day of September here. And last day of the holiday weekend. There's the summit. You can see the tower right there. That is Mount Greylock. Here's the road again. So in addition to the four of us at Mark Noble Shelter last night, that's myself, Scorch, Ragnar, and Shamrock, there was the whole Williams College group on college orientation. And if I haven't said it yet, I think it's great that the college is taking students on orientation of Mount Greylock. Teach them the ways of the mountain, teach them to love backpacking, at least introduce it to them, and teach them trail etiquette too. They were all very respectful. They asked us if it was okay to make a fire. They were quiet at night. It was all really amazing. So, good job, Williams College. Keep doing what you're doing. Beautiful little cabin in the pond. The last little push. Short but steep. Rocky section up the hill. I'm starting to sweat now, but I know I'm almost there. Look, they actually have flush toilets up here. They also have a spigot with drinking water right here, so if it's on, it's on. I'm gonna take the opportunity to fill up. Welcome to Mount Greylock. There's Bascom Lodge. (3,400 feet), Mount Greylock. It says it's open 9:30 to 6:30. Well, it's open, and it is not even 9:30. Nice spot to sit here. It's kind of waiting for Scorch to show up. Usually she's 5 minutes behind me or less, but it's been 10. So you might see there's people setting FKTs up the tower and running them in the far out comments. Like, that seems like a stupid but fun thing to do. Yeah, I saw those real bathrooms. And the spigot to fill water.
That's trail magic, because I was coming up this mountain going, oh, I gotta dig a hole! And then I came across the bathrooms, I'm like...
Flush toilets, amazing.
Yeah, sinks.
Welcome back to the summit of Mount Greylock. It has plumbing.
Yeah. There was some guy.
It was great.
He, like when I was getting my pack back on after the bathroom.
You want to put this on video?
Yeah, that's right. He's like, how far are you going? I was like, oh, we just did the state. And he like shakes his head. And I'm like, yeah, we started in Great Barrington. Today's our last day. He's like, that's not just a just.
Oh,
and then like walked away. I was like, okay.
That's cool. I had not climbed the tower yet. I was kind of waiting.
I've never been up here because every time I've been up here, it's been winter and it's not open.
Well, guess what? It's open.
I know.
So there's a town of some sorts down here.
Adams, I think.
Adams, and then that mat went out there. is Mount Monadnock. I remember sitting on that rock right there watching sunrise with Frizzle and Nichols up here. Beautiful. Where does it start? There it goes. Those immortal dead who'd live again, and minds made better by their presence. Hi, Scorch. So that's looking north. Time to leave the top of Greylock. Continue heading north, down to North Adams. It got cold up here. So put on my windbreaker. But here we go. Down Mount Greylock. It's a beautiful day and beautiful spot to end this Massachusetts adventure. Go down into the woods. Appalachian Trail north. Gorgeous view out to the north on the way down here. It's looking out to the Green Mountains of Vermont. That might be Stratton right there. Gorgeous. This little tiny stealth site and fire pit, which probably isn't supposed to be here. Tiny little one. Just south of the summit there. So I'm well aware that in a few hours I'll be off this mountain and driving back west toward Ohio to start work tomorrow, Tuesday, September 2nd. So I'm gonna climb down this mountain and try to enjoy it while I'm here. Yeah, it'd be easy. It'd be easy to keep walking down there, but that would be the Bellows Pipe Trail. AT makes a hard turn to the left and gets much skinnier. Oh, White Blaze! So, job at a restaurant in Ohio. Not teaching, because they didn't find any teaching positions this year that accepted me. I applied for a bunch, but anyway, fall back to the job at the restaurant in Ohio. And serving, you get like $5 to $6 an hour, plus whatever tips you make. And if you don't have people show up at the restaurant, you only get that $5 to $6 per hour instead of the minimum wage of 15, which the hosts and things get. So that's a possibility, and I'll be doing some of that. And the other thing that I found is a 22 per hour position that is driving for Amazon, which should be interesting. I've never done that before, but it pays a lot more and will allow me to save up more, which will be good for saving up for future hikes and adventures and whatever else is in my future. Stealth spot in there. Coming down Greylock again. This is the second one. For months, usually when the stealth spots start again, usually New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and Mass don't like those stealth spots. So the border of Vermont's like 8 miles ahead. So they're starting early. Mount Williams. We found Scorch. I have a view of some windmills and things over there. We're leaving the mountains for a while, and that's sad, but it's reality. We have to be able to pay our way through life. This is where the Wilbur Clearing Shelter goes down. Waterfall a mile away, but way up high there. Where's his Appalachian Trail, Maine to Georgia? Says that, well, Sherman Brook campsite is 4.8 miles. That is right near the border, just before the border of Vermont. Patterson Road 2.1, that is down to North Adams. We're going slightly uphill again, like the AT loves to do, right? These are nice steps. I didn't quite foresee this climb coming, but climb we are. Kinda nice. You don't see climbs coming, I guess. AT just like, one more hill for you. One more hill. Come 3.2. Prospect Rock. Looking into North Adams there. So that's the ridge to the northwest, and then the northern part is out that way where you have the border of Vermont, and the AT goes out that way and the north side of town there. Nice ridge here. Feel a nice cool breeze. It's around 60 degrees right now, so nice day. I have one granola bar left in my whole pack. One thing of food left. My bear can is empty other than for my stove, and I actually stuck my puffy in there because it fit and make my pack a little smaller. But I'm honestly starting to feel hiker hunger for the first time on day 6 here. Ate the rest of my trail mix at the top and a Snickers bar, and yeah, have that one thing of food left. So going to town, probably eat something before heading back west. We'll see. We're still high up above North Adams down there, but we have entered the steep section of the steep downhill. I just met this really cool person from Oregon hiking up the trail, and he's testing out the AT because he's been doing the PCT, but he's in Massachusetts for a couple weeks. So he's like, I wanted to see what the AT is like, and he says it's a lot more rugged, of course. I told him I was dreaming of doing the PCT at some point. He's like, go do it. So here I've done the AT, he's done the PCT, and he's dreaming of the AT. I'm dreaming of the PCT. How funny is that? Here we go. Come along and walk along me. Oh, whoops. Come along and walk the Appalachian Trail. Come along, let's make camp. And I see people. We'll try that again. I'm not singing when there's people coming the other direction. Look at those beautiful flowers. Alright, AT. You know we love you. Come along and walk the Appalachian Trail. Come along, let's make camp and let's make some friends. Feel the rain, see the views, embrace the mountain plain. You're watching Stick the Eagle, so choose your own adventure, embrace your journey, and always remember, happy trails. So this brook that we just passed, this brook that looks dry, is called Paul Brook. It's dry. Just ran into Chili Crisp going southbound, and she is part of Ragnar and Shamrock's family, who we stayed with at Mark Noble last night, and she got stuck behind because she kind of got a little sick, and she's trying to catch up to them. So I was just able to let her know where they stayed last night and that she's not too far behind them. So that's awesome. It's nice meeting all the Sobos going the opposite direction. Anyways, we're about through with this trip here, Massachusetts section. We are coming into North Adams, less than a mile away, and while I'm still in the woods, I want to bid you farewell. I will see you again. I will see you again sometime, and we'll be back in the Appalachian Trail sometime. We don't know when, but my goal is to do an AT Sobo. Even though it's not this year, it will be. Maybe next year, and Talking about PCT also, so AT. On this ash tree right here, we love you, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon too. Always remember, wherever you go, and whatever you do, whatever journey you might be on, always remember to embrace the journey and happy trails. There's actually flow here. How cool is that? Hiker from the nearby house just asked me if I wanted a beer. Like, or not a hiker, a resident of the nearby house. Like, I don't, but this town's so friendly. I love it. Vermont's up in that hill right there. Climbing out of North Adams, Massachusetts. And there's a cooler with trail magic in it. And just like that, back where we started. So long, White Blaze. We'll see you later.